Birthdays and releases, tickets and RSPs. You are now tuned in to the Disney Holic Show.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Holic Show. That's Mike TV.
And that's Jen Diz.
In today's episode, we're celebrating the 71st birthday of Disneyland, checking in on Disney's latest Doomsday news, and then we're discussing the rest of the episode, everyone's favorite topic, D23. All right, first things first. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Disneyland. I don't think we really said it enough. So happy
Feliz
birthday.
cumpleaños, Disneylandia.
That's right,
There you
Disneyland,
go.
yeah. And I happen to have a lovely birthday at Disneyland. Well, a lovely day at Disneyland on its birthday, not mine. But I want to talk about it for just a second because it was just so cute. First of all, the crowds were still minuscule, like so small. You could walk on almost every ride. But we met up. It was myself, my roommate, Fargo, and Laura, Kaylin, and Rex. And they are a little family of three there. And we just had like the most lovely evening together, like all of us, because I ended up bringing my big old honkin' magic key with me, right? I don't know what they're actually called. Key to Disneyland, that's a tour. The Magic Key is our annual pass, whatever the big key that like lights up and you have the keyholes all over the park. I've been hoarding this thing all year and just waiting for like the most opportune time to do it. And now the celebration is wrapping up on August 9th. So it's like, do it now or you're not going to do it. So I brought it with me and I'm like, you know what? It's Disneyland's birthday. It's kind of cute to do this kind of thing tonight. And luckily, we had a little one with us, Rex, and I let him just kind of take the lead, and he had so much fun with it, and it was so cute watching him just like run around and be so excited about the key. Because I was also excited about it, and not many other people are as excited about it that I was. So it was nice to kind of have that energy. And then we finished the key, and I finally got to see my magical pin.
What did you
And it
get?
was, where did I put it?
I do remember
Ooh,
when we went
that's
with
not like the pirate.
our young friend Joey, full grown adult, but he was loving it, having a time of his life. And he was visiting from the East Coast, so he had to go and do them all in one day.
Did he
What a
do it?
champion. Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
even heard what happened with that. That's so cute. I love it. It's just such a little adorable thing. I wonder what their pin was like. But I can't remember how many options there were for the pin, but it's basically a blind box pin that pops open on the key once you've completed all of the keyholes in the park. And I got the best one, especially on Disneyland's birthday. It is, for those watching YouTube, I'm having it in the picture. It's the castle with the D.
Classic.
So cute. Very
Nice.
cute. So I was very excited. Lovely evening. We stayed till closing. It was beautiful. The weather, it was so hot during the day, but at nighttime it was just gorgeous. And we watched the fireworks from Batu. It was just such a beautiful night. So happy birthday, Disneyland. And then another thing that I did in the park recently was a new offering for Magic Key holders, which is a license plate holder, or like the license plate frame, I guess. Do they call them holders?
Frame?
Yeah, right. I feel like I've always called it a holder. I don't know if
It's
other
both.
people call it that or yeah, kind of doesn't really hold it. But anyway, um, they have this license plate frame that you can get if you're a Magic Key holder now through, I don't remember, so you have to look it up, August something. It's a couple weeks. And it's over at Launch Bay, so take advantage of it. It does have a virtual queue. Mike, you had even heard some people complaining about how hard it was to get this frame, right?
Yeah.
What were people mostly complaining about? Was it the virtual queue?
Yeah, I guess it's just the busyness of it all, but we should expect that, when you get something free, it's going to be crowd, especially on the first day.
Yeah, and I will say when our number got called, we went over to the launch bay and the line was really long, but it was so fast. Like I think we were in line for maybe 5 minutes. It just looked daunting when we walked over to it. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be like an hour to get this license plate frame. Um, but it wasn't. It was very, very quick and super efficient. We got our frame, and then you get an ice cream, a Mickey premium ice cream bar on the way out. However, they were out, so I
Wait,
was
what? I was gonna say I
mad.
would go just for the ice cream bar,
I
maybe
was
not
pretty
for
much
the.
going just for the ice cream. I'm not even gonna lie. And yeah, they were out, so I was bummed, but what can you do? It was like the very last group of the night we got called.
You know
But
what's a
yeah,
shame? Shame on Disney is between the park reservation system and then the freaking boarding group or whatever, just to get a frame, you literally have the exact amount of people
I
that you
know
should have the amount of ice cream bars. So yeah, that's disappointing.
it is disappointing. And it's also like, I mean, they have it open until whatever, I think it was 8 p.m. or something. And we just happened to get one of the last groups that made it through. But like, you should still be able to.
Yeah. It's not like there's a
Yeah.
shortage of Mickey ice cream bars at Disneyland.
Right. And you know those are all over. If I went to a cart where they're selling it, they'd sell me one,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
Just give me a coupon. I'll go grab one from over there.
Come
Anyway,
on.
right. I feel a little hustled by Disney on that one, but that's okay. This is very first world problem, which I'm hearing a lot more people say again. Is it coming back? First world problems.
I think we are back to doing a lot of things like vacationing and things post pandemic. So maybe it is back where we start
Just
feeling
going
bad
back.
about our complaints. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. How about you? What's going on in your world?
Well, I got caught up in the World Cup, which I was not expecting to be, but the last few matches I thought were pretty exciting to watch. And I realized that football, aka soccer in the States, is probably one of the easier sports to follow. So, for example, American football, it just keeps pausing and stopping, and I get impatient.
Hate
With this one, I'm like,
it.
okay, follow the ball. They
Yep.
only
And the ball's
pause for
big. You can see
fouls.
it
Yeah,
easily.
the ball's big. It's bright. They wear these bright pink shoes. Did you know why? I found out. It's so that the thing can track them on the field and the referees. It's not because of a design fashion choice.
I thought it was for breast cancer awareness.
Literally what my sister said. Breast cancer
They
awareness.
have said that before, at least in basketball.
But what's
So now
funny
I'm
is I guess it
wondering,
it created the awareness without on
right?
purpose. Yeah.
That's
So,
funny.
but yeah, it was fun. It was a fun game to watch, especially the last match, because this was the first time in history that FIFA World Cup decided to do a halftime show. So, um,
Oh.
it's giving American, but it's okay. Like, very American thing to do. But
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
finale was hosted in America, New York, New Jersey. So it was fitting. And we brought in some of the greats to entertain. And then, of course, we also had Shakira, who's like the queen of World Cup. She always has a theme song. And so she performed too. But the whole thing was hosted by none other than the Muppets
So cute. I heard about this way after, and I'm
way
like,
after.
wait, what? How did
Muppets
that
and
happen?
Friends. It
How
was
did I
so
hear
cute.
about it ahead of time?
It
It
was
is
really
very
cute.
cute.
We had Muppets and Friends, so you had Kermit and Miss Piggy, and they really meant friends, like they're Muppet friends as well. The Count from Sesame Street was also there, partying
Oh,
along. And then we had huge openers. The very first performance was Madonna, yes, Queen. And she was, of course, she's a New Yorker and she's promoting her new album. So it was just perfect. And, like American pop star. And then you had BTS, hello, Korean sensation, internationally known. We also had Justin Bieber. Mm, That was the one I was like, okay. And he
okay.
also sang like a slow song.
Yeah.
The rest of them were singing like big dance hits. Uh, and we had Coldplay too, Chris Martin. They love an international
Did you kiss Cam
celebration.
during it? Ooh.
Whoops. But yeah, it was really cool. It was fun to watch, and it was super cute to see the Muppets partying alongside all these other celebrities. Um, including the celebrity players who were there because it was Spain versus Argentina, and Spain won. So congrats to anybody who is a fan of Team Spain. But yeah, that was a World Cup with the Muppets.
That's very cute. I was in Turtle Talk last night and some older gentleman got picked on by Crush. He was way in the back, and Crush was making fun. He's like, "I bet you sat back there just so I wouldn't pick on you, right?" And he started talking to him, asking what's his favorite sport, and he was talking about the World Cup. He's from Argentina,
Oh
and we're all kind of
wow.
like, "Oh, sorry."
Bummer.
It just happened. It was like Monday night. Like,
Oh
ouch,
wow.
too soon. Poor
Whoops.
guy. But yes, World Cup definitely um, has made its way into all of our lives this year, whether we like it or not. And I have to say that yesterday, Monday, and today, Tuesday, the crowds are back at Disneyland.
Oh wow.
What is going on? Do you think it was literally World Cup this whole time for
I don't
like
think so.
a month straight of like no lines during the summer?
That's interesting. I don't think so because it's not every day and then it's only a couple hours. But
Yeah, I
I don't know,
know.
is there magic keys that opened up? I'm not sure why. Maybe
No, they're still very
um
much so blocked out, but it was so weird. Like seeing the lines long again. I felt bad for my friends that went yesterday because I'm like, oh man, if you'd just gone one day earlier, it was like the best day ever. But yeah, it's a rumor on the street. It had to do with
rumor
World
on the
Cup, but I
street.
have no idea.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But who knows? What do I know about the local life over there? Now, speaking of Spain, I'm going to be in Spain in a few weeks for a cruise, a non-Disney cruise. It's actually celebrity,
What?
celebrity cruise hosted by Vakaya. It's an LGBTQ plus a gathering type of thing. They take the whole boat. Now, the exciting part is I'm going to be dropped off. The boat starts and ends in Barcelona, Spain. And before I take a 12-hour flight back to the States, I thought, what else can I do while I'm over here? And of course, I decided to book an impromptu last minute trip to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm so excited. Euro Disney. I still want to call it that.
I
Mainly because this trip is like a Euro trip and I like it to fit with the
wonder if there's a
theme.
Euro Disney shirt you can find somewhere
Ooh,
before you go.
vintage and bring it. And so I'm excited. It's my first time there. I'm going to be staying at Sequoia Lodge, which is like their version of Wilderness Lodge and Grand Californian, which has been like a theme. I redid my parents' living room in that theme. So I guess that's my theme this year. And I chose that hotel because number one, it was still considered like one of the resort hotels. Like it's only a 15-minute walk. But it was much more affordable than Disneyland Hotel proper, which was almost three times the price. And
Yikes. That's like
then
Grand Californian prices.
yeah,
You're staying at a Grand Californian hotel for
right.
good neighbor prices, as they call it out here.
And then oh, girl, it is still expensive. I
Oh,
gotta tell you,
shoot.
yeah, it is still expensive. It's more like staying at Deluxe Wilderness Lodge instead of Grand Floridian, something like that. Like
Okay.
it was, yeah, the Disneyland Hotel was so high, and then the middle one was New York Hotel, the Art of Marvel, which is really where I would have loved to, but choice chose Sequoia. Anyways, that's just a teaser because, of course, I will talk all about it when I go on that trip and come back with a trip report from Disneyland Paris and Disney Adventure World, which is the new theme park name.
Very
Previously,
cool.
Disney
I'm very
Studios.
excited. This will now be your, let me think. Let me guess. One, two, three, fourth Castle Park?
Castle Park. Let's
Or
see,
just
one,
Castle,
just
like
third. Just,
resort?
oh, you're right. No, third, and I'll tell you why. Because when I went to Tokyo Disneyland, I did not go to Disneyland Park, just
You went to
Disney
Tokyo
Sea.
Disney Sea? That counts. I don't care. That's the
Ooh,
better
okay,
park.
fine. I'm at the resort,
I should have
right?
said resort. Yep.
Like the Anaheim. But still, I feel like a poser because I didn't see the castle up close.
It's okay. It looks just like the one in Disney World, so you're fine. Dang. Well, I'm very jealous I don't get to go with you, but have so much fun, and I can't wait to hear
Yay.
more about it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
But a lot has changed. It's been since 2012 when I was there. But
Wow. Yeah,
like,
over a
I'm
decade.
excited to hear what you talk about, see if it's like sounds so different.
And it's one of those I had one of those dilemmas that people have when they don't visit Disney that often, where you want to go for what's there, but you know something cool is about to open and you're like, should I wait? But I
Oh,
decided, okay, I should just go while I'm there. But I would really like to go and see the Lion King ride when that opens, which is I think next year or something. Yeah.
yeah. How far away from Barcelona is it? Is it like a plane ride
It's like an
or?
hour and a half plane ride.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sweet. Wow, that's so cool. I love
Mm.
Europe because everything is so close, but
Yeah.
they feel so different,
Like you
right?
can
Like the
country hop.
language changes, the culture, the architecture. Within like a 3 hour drive, you're in like a completely different vibe. You know what I mean?
Very cool.
So cool. Well, that is exciting, but let's jump into our first topic for today's episode, and that's a little more news about Doomsday coming up because now I'm getting hyped, so I need to now
Mm.
talk about it more.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that you're hyped.
I am. So the trailer or a trailer, full trailer came
The
out.
trailer, yeah, this is
Yeah.
the trailer people are waiting for.
Yep. When did it launch? Was it during World Cup or anything? Like, why
No, Monday
did it come out?
morning. I think San Diego Comic-Con just ended or it's
Oh,
coming to a close.
Comic-Con.
And then the tickets went on sale at the same time. So it was a whole like wham bam boom at 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m.
Oh
Eastern
my God.
time. I had my alarm set for 5:45 a.m.
Holy moly. So what did you think of the trailer?
The trailer is exciting. It got me hyped. I actually don't want to see any more. Even though I know Marvel is really good at trailer cutting so that you don't see spoilers, and they also
Yeah.
are well known for literally removing characters from certain scenes just to throw you off. So there's already so much fan speculation about just this one trailer. Very exciting. What did you think?
I think I just come out of it even more so wondering how they're gonna do this in 3+ hours. Like it's just there's so many people, and I would love to see the budget of like what they had to pay casting because it's
Right.
just like all
Huge.
the big heavy hitters are in it, like all of them.
Do you
Um,
remember when they announced the cast and then we went chair by chair to reveal that? This
yeah,
was last year. Yeah.
yep.
Crazy.
Insane. Insane. Um, I do have some questions though. I just have two quick questions of things that I was confused, and I am the one that's always learning when it comes to this stuff, and you're always teaching me. So, um, I saw, I already know that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom, and he also is Tony Stark. And now that this is in the Marvel universe, how does that feel to have the same actor playing two major roles, even if Iron Man, as we knew him, is not going to be in this? Does it feel weird to just have like another person with the same voice? And if we ever see his face, is that weird?
I think a couple things. One, we have an Academy Award nominated actor. Like he's Oscar caliber, RDJ Jr. Pretty good. So I feel like he can really change his character and play somebody new. The voiceover itself already was like impressive. That didn't even sound like Robert Downey Jr. or Iron Man. I was like, this is Doctor Doom talking. Like, what the heck with his crazy accent from his fictional country. Now, we don't know yet if the casting was intentional, meaning there could be a reveal that Victor Von Doom is a Tony Stark variant in another multiverse. We don't know that.
That's what my coworker was telling me
Yeah.
today. I
I
never
don't
even thought of that.
I don't a lot of I don't want to speak for everybody, but majority of the fans on Reddit and YouTube, including myself, don't want that to be the case because that completely changes Victor Von Doom's backstory and it would be it'd be too weird. I don't know if I'd like that. But that would be one reason that would make sense to cast him. And then the other is we might not even see his face. So Doctor Doom is disfigured underneath the mask. So we might not even see his face. And maybe they just really wanted that energy of Robert Downey Jr. Yes, it costs a lot of money, so you got to think about why they would do that. But Yeah, so it could go any number of ways, and I think the voiceover is what sealed it for me. I wasn't worried, but that made it even better. I was like, okay,
This is
he's
so
somebody
weird
new.
because the voice, when I heard his voice, that's what triggered this question for me because it sounded just like him, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Like immediately I was like, oh, that's so weird. Is this gonna, and then I was like, wait, is this gonna be weird having him play this other character? And so maybe I need to hear it again, but it like immediately made me like realize all this stuff that I hadn't thought about before.
It could
So
be cool. So I will say Marvel at times have adapted things in a very controversial way, but have done it properly. So I'm actually replaying Spider-Man 2 right now on PlayStation 5, and it is such a good game. It's up there with some of the best Spider-Man movies, like in terms of the story and the animation and the scenes and all that. For example, there's a character named Eddie Brock who normally is the one who transforms into the character we know as Venom. And there's also like a movie version of that with Tom Hardy. And then there's another character, Harry Osborn, who's usually one of the Green Goblins, and he's the son of uh, the main Norman Osborn. And so he is never Venom. He's always Green Goblin adjacent, and he's also is Peter's best friend, played by James Franco sometimes, depending on which franchise. But anyways, in the game, they decided to keep the story smaller and more emotional. So instead of Eddie Brock being a new character and then introducing the symbiote as Venom, in the game, they decided to make Peter's best friend Harry be the one that takes the symbiote because he has a disease and the symbiote is helping him heal. And then he becomes Venom. As it was happening, I thought, this is so dumb. They cannot make Harry Venom. What are they doing? This ruins the backstory. But then it became so good and personal to Peter Parker. Like it's his best friend that's
it's
becoming
also his
bad.
best friend, yeah.
Yeah, and in the storyline, even in the comics, there's a point where the symbiote jumps on Peter, and Peter becomes the black suit Spider-Man for a while, and it's kind of darker and edgier. And so that part still happened, and it became interesting because it was like Harry versus Peter, but they still love each other, but they don't know what's making them moody. And it just ended with a really great climax where they were all fighting and blah blah blah. So my point is, it could be done, and if the emotional payoff is worth it, which to me would be in the MCU, funny enough, it's Spider-Man again. If Peter Parker, played by Tom Holland Spider-Man, is going up against Doctor Doom and he takes the mask off and it's his mentor, his father figure,
Yeah.
he looks just like Tony Stark, that would be crazy. And if it's his variant, it would be even crazier. So, yeah,
And
who
his
knows what they'll
variant won't
do.
even know who he is, right?
Yes.
Possibly.
So I
Crazy.
trust the Russo brothers who have come back from doing Endgame and Infinity War. Infinity War. They are doing this one. So we will see. But these are all the right questions that people are asking and trying to figure out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is very interesting to think about how many ways they can go with it too, right?
Yes.
I have one other question. There was a scene where Cap was there. Well, Chris Evans, I don't
Yeah.
know who he was supposed to be because he's now multiple
Oh,
universes
Steve
in this,
Rogers is
right?
probably the easiest way to just
Okay.
call him good old Steve
Good old Steve.
because he was not in his Captain America outfit. Yes.
And but he's also like in something else, right? What like Fantastic Four or something? Johnny Flame or something? What is he also?
Oh,
Or is that
yeah.
not in the same thing? I can't even keep track.
So he plays Human Torch in Fantastic
Human
Four from
Torch.
the Fox universe and did make a cameo in Deadpool versus Wolverine as his multiversal character, Human Torch.
I was like, who's he supposed
Johnny
to be? Because
Storm
he
is the
also
name.
looked a little different than we've ever
Yeah.
really seen him with his
So this
hair,
one he shows up
Ryder Strong hair.
As Steve Rogers. We kind of saw him like this in when they had to go like find him in the other Avengers, and he showed up like beard and long hair, but was very hot because he was Captain America. In this one, he's kind of like scrub, kind of like they pulled him out of retirement type of thing, but he's not old. So we don't know yet if they plucked him out of the multiverse where he stayed with Sharon and they had a kid back in the old times and then he grew up. Where did they get him from? Did Loki pull him from another timeline? We don't know exactly, but we do know he is Steve Rogers, confirmed by him being able to wield Mjolnir, the hammer, away from Thor, making Thor very pleased to see his pal back.
Okay, okay.
Oh
That's what
my
I was
God, I'm
thinking. That
so
was
excited. I can't even believe it.
there's so many pieces. Also, you just mentioned Loki, like them showing off the TVA part. I thought that was I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be the craziest movie ever.
Craziest. And
Like,
Disney Plus, is pretty smart. So I think a couple episodes you and I we talked about how this movie is made so you don't have to watch all the content in between Endgame and Doomsday. You just need to watch the Avengers movies to catch up, and then a couple of like big movies like the new Avengers slash Thunderbolts. But Disney Plus just created an Avengers Doomsday page on Disney Plus itself that has the movies that you need to watch and the TV shows
that's cute.
that will catch you up in time for Doomsday. So you have a
And we
few
have like
months.
6 months,
Yep,
right?
6 months. And then you
So,
have Endgame
or five
re-release in
months.
September, which is coming out with just under 10 minutes of new footage that's going to connect it to Doomsday. So really good
Crazy.
place to get your appetite whet for that. Um, I know we have our listeners who asked more about our theories. I think I shared most of mine right now, but the thing that really excites me the most is the fact that we're getting X-Men in this, like full on X-Men teamed up against Avengers, teamed up against the new Avengers, and then teamed up against the Fantastic Four, and then against Doctor Doom, who theory says is probably the one that gets them all together to um stop these incursions from happening, all these Earths from colliding from other multiverses. So he could be
Hmm.
introduced as a hero at first because Doctor Doom is one of these characters. He's so complex that a lot of what his what's the word? Like his manifesto, like what he's trying to do, isn't half bad. It's how he does it. And it goes back to even the big bad in the past, which was Thanos, and he was just trying to help the universe, which was getting overpopulated, and there weren't enough resources left. So he thought, we need less people. Let me just snap, and we'll do it as fair as possible because it'll be on randomizer, and you don't know who gets to go.
Oh my
So in
God.
his mind, that he was saving people, and Doctor Doom has all kinds of reasons like that for why he wants to do it. So he could be initially helping them save their worlds and try to make some sacrifice. So I had mentioned earlier, there's MCU or Marvel Studios has tricks up its sleeve. There is a shot of all the all the teams in one place. You have Fantastic Four, you have New Avengers, you have Avengers, and then like sprinklings of others. There's a spot in the center that's strangely empty for such a group shot. Like it wouldn't make sense from an aesthetic point of view to not have that spot filled. So the rumor is that's actually Doctor Doom standing with them, and they're all trying to do something together. And not until the
Mm.
end things turn sour. And which makes sense because the next Avengers movie that we get next year is Secret Wars, which in the comic, Secret Wars is where Doctor Doom takes all the leftover remnants of all these Earths that collided and creates a patchwork planet called Battle World, and everyone has to duke it out for who gets to survive. Ah, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Wow.
It's so it's crazy that this is almost 20 years in the making that they're now able to replicate something that was only done in the comics where you can only get away with putting all these franchises together in the comics like it made sense, but now they've earned it because we've had enough movies and TV shows and a lot of time has passed by that you could bring these characters back. We have Rebecca Romaine coming back as Mystique. We have the original Nightcrawler, Alan Cumming, coming back. So yeah, these are people coming out from the last century, late 90s Marvel movies. Wow.
Do we have somebody coming post-mortem back too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Wait, which
doing that
one?
again.
Which one? It's in the
Didn't,
trailer. If it's in the
yeah, didn't what's his name pass away? I could be wrong. Gandalf.
Oh, Magneto. You mean Ian McKellen?
Yeah.
The
Did
the
he not?
actor? Oh my God. Not only is he alive and kicking, but he's up there with Bob Gurr in terms of like
My
gay
God, I
icons who are still out
totally
there
thought he
doing their thing.
died.
Yeah. OMG. No, he's not dead. Poor guy.
I could have
Sir Ian
sworn I
McKellen.
saw a post about it. Maybe it
I
was like
thought you meant a
April Fool's or something.
character that comes
Nope.
back to life, which there are plenty of those in the multiverse for sure.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I got you, Fib. Fib.
Fib.
No, I actually had no idea. Oh my God. Well, nonetheless, it looks very exciting. I'm now like totally on board. So I went to try to buy my tickets online. You said you had your alarm set for 6 a.m. How
Yes.
did it go?
I got the seat and ticket I wanted in the theater I wanted.
Very nice. Are you doing Infinity Vision?
They only put Infinity Vision on sale as the pre-order, which is clever. And they finally showed their cards because I think I predicted this on one of the episodes, but Infinity Vision is just a recertified version of Dolby Vision and all the other branded versions like Regal. They all have their own fancy name. So now you could just say Infinity Vision, and that means you're watching premium format that's not IMAX, is what it means. Very confusing still, but yes, I did get my Infinity Vision ticket, and I'm very happy that I woke up early in the morning to get that ticket. And what about your ticket experience?
I tried to do it yesterday and it didn't go very well.
Oh no, no
Wait, was it
alarm set.
yesterday? It had to be yesterday, yeah. Did they go on sale yesterday morning?
Yeah, it's 6 California
Okay.
time.
So I can't remember what time, but I was still working. So it was sometime during the workday, but probably pretty late. And I just could not find a seat that made sense.
Oh
Like
no.
I did even all opening weekend, they're just all sold out. So it's fine.
Dang.
I don't mind going later, but I was just like,
It was record setting. Yeah, yesterday was
yeah,
a record setting pre-sales date, which is good for MCU. People were worried like they're like, are people getting tired of superhero movies? Are they getting tired of Marvel superhero movies? But I think when it's an Avengers movie, it's a whole other ball
yeah,
game.
yeah,
So people are excited. And we have Spider-Man coming out just pretty soon too, which we'll
that's
probably see
right.
that same trailer, but you get to see it in theaters, so that's exciting. Good news is they're definitely going to release more tickets closer to when normal tickets go on sale for a movie for other formats, and I'm sure they will add more times to the Dolby/Infinity Vision or whatever those are
Yeah. I'm
called.
also banking on people canceling because it's so far in advance. Like nobody knows what they're doing in December right now.
I literally had to get it for a city that I'm not living in yet, and it was confusing. It was very confusing because I had to like change the location and I was like half asleep and trying to make sure I got it right.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah,
New Park
yeah,
Mall
that's a really good
is
point.
my Infinity Vision
Oh
showing.
my God, I hate that. Don't go there. I'm sorry.
I
You can
I
hear right through the fucking walls at that place.
but I think as long as you're the one that's making the sound, because it's in the Dolby Vision
Unless you have
theater.
another one that's also loud next door on any quiet seat. I'm just saying that is my least favorite theater. The
Interesting.
AMC, right?
Yeah, there weren't many. It was either that or driving down to Santa Clara, where I used to go down to
Uh,
watch movies back in the day.
oh, was
Um,
it the
it's AMC
Mercado or something?
Mercado. Yes,
Ah,
yes.
those are the days.
But I guess there's not that many Dolbys or premium that
Yeah.
converted to Infinity.
You know what? If I remember, the Dolby might be separated at that AMC. I think it might be
Yeah,
like on
that's why I
its
said
own to the side.
if you're the one emitting the noise, you should be okay because otherwise they wouldn't allowed it to have been certified if it had noise leak like that from other.
Okay.
But
Well,
that's just
all
how
the
they
other
sell it.
theaters in there have insane sound leakage.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Okay. Well, let's see here. Um, I mean, I think one thing that also gets me really excited about this is something that might be happening at D23, which is our next
Ooh,
topic of the day. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so curious to see if they will announce this year when we're going to get to see the new attractions open up in DCA.
what a perfect
They've been
time.
like
It's in the D23 this year
putting
takes
away on
place
it.
between Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday, which are the big movies everyone's excited about that usually have all
Yeah.
the crossovers. And that makes me think one more thing about Doomsday
Okay.
is we didn't see Spider-Man or Hulk in the trailer. and which begs the question, where are they? That's weird that they're missing. But the theory is they also got digitally removed from the trailers so that it won't it won't be a spoiler to, like how they end up at the end of
Oh,
Spider-Man Brand New Day. You don't want to spoil that.
yeah. And or like they just might be saving like that moment you were talking about earlier and now
Yeah.
hoping happens. It could be like
Yes.
a huge part. They just like want to leave you waiting because it's already good enough. They don't even
It's
need to
already
tell
good
us
enough.
anymore.
Yep. I was fine with just showing the actors' seats cast announcement. I was like,
Right?
okay,
Yeah.
this is good.
It's gonna be so crazy. But yeah, I feel like, D23 now is what, 3 weeks away? Is that right? Maybe 3.5 weeks away or so. And it's just like you get these tickets to D23 Expo and then you wait and then you kind of like, okay, whatever. It's so far away. And then now it's like, holy shit, it's here. It's like in a couple weeks and all the news starts rolling out and we start hearing all the rumors and all the things going on and everybody's talking about it and the hype is up for sure. And I'm just so freaking excited and I cannot wait to go. Um, I feel like there's a few things I ended up changing wildly last minute. I'm not going to do any cosplay this year
Oh,
because a couple things like I just have some personal life stuff going on and just like don't have the energy or time to like figure a cosplay thing out. But also, I'm bringing a D23 Expo Virgin with me. What? Shout out to Jason. He's never been yet, and I just want to like be able to have the coolest experience ever with somebody that I'm trying to jump in, right? Like you want them to like just have the best time ever. It's like taking someone to Disneyland for their first time. Now
he's
I'm
gonna have
taking
so
a
much
Disney holic
fun.
to D23
Disney
for his first
holic,
time.
a true Disney holic going with another Disney holic who is a D23, a seasoned veteran. I think you guys are gonna have such a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn. I should just wear like a plaid uniform so I
There
could
you go.
just be like the tour guide the whole time instead. But yeah, the cosplay I had would have been like a headache, but it would have been super fun. But I just didn't want that for this time around. I just want to like chill. I've like gone back down to like jeans and a t-shirt that people might like to see, like an
Just like
alien
theme park
encounter
wear, like what
t-shirt.
you
Yeah.
might wear to Disney. Yeah.
Yeah. So just keeping it easy this year. It made me pretty sad to make that decision, but also, it just makes the most sense, so it's fine. And I'm so excited to take Jason. I hope he loves it just as much as I do. But let's take a couple minutes to talk about some of the panels now that they've released everything. I'm actually going to tell everyone listening that is going to D23 a quick tip. There is a Facebook group. That's right. I said Facebook. Old school. I don't think they've moved to anywhere else. It's this group I've been following since I've gone. It's like the second D23 ever. It's called D23 Members, Expo Fans, and Attendees. Look that up. It's ran by Mike's bestie, Autumn Barnes. Is that her
We
name?
love Autumn Barnes. Shout out to Autumn Barnes, the true OG Disney holic message board moderator.
She does. I have to give her a credit. She has like the best information on D23. Like you can find way more comprehensive information on that page than you can on D23's page. Like it's crazy. D23 comms, also just take a minute to bitch about that. Their comms are so bad. Like haven't always will be probably.
We
Even
got to
our
tell Michael
group,
Vargo when you see him.
that's fine. I will tell him. But he probably already knows. So it's like I don't know what's going on, but some of these emails that go out, only half of us are getting them. Like, what is that? Like one of our JQuo, shout out to JQuo, didn't even know that the RSPs were opening up. Like how she didn't get the email. And it's like, how is this happening? It's like really important. Those are like your
And these
reservations
are
for
things that
panels.
they run out. Like it's timely.
Yeah, it's timely. So just a little bit of a mess there. But it always is. And it's just you gotta embrace it. Just like give it a little hug. It's okay. It's annoying, but it'll be fine. All right. So yeah, if you want to find a really good page, is that D23 members, Expo fans, and attendees on Facebook. Highly recommend. People build out all the stuff that you might fuss around with, and they do it 10 times better. For instance, somebody built a spreadsheet that lays out the entire weekend of panels and events going on the show floor, just everything there is to do at D23. They laid it out in like a timetable graph with descriptions. Because right now in D23, if you go to their app, you can see the schedule, but it doesn't give you any descriptions. And then you have to go back to a different web page that only says the descriptions. It's just like, it's so dumb. But
Very
they've put
confusing.
it together. So now you can like look at it and be like, what does that mean? So, as an example, this beautiful spreadsheet that somebody created, there is a panel called Marvel Fanfare. What
Mm.
would you guess that's about? That's
I
all it's
would think it's
titled,
about music, the scores.
right? Okay, that's what I thought too. The description says, join Marvel Comics, CB Cebulski, Marvel Comics Spider-Man editor and writer, as they talk about the enduring appeal of Spider-Man in the comics, his biggest stories from the past 65 years and more. Like, how
Oh.
did that turn into
Is
a
there more than one Marvel fanfare panel and they
no,
have different? That's
just
confusing.
one? And they also have, I'm going to actually look at this right now live. They have a 65 years of Spider-Man panel also. Let me see.
Darn, okay, now I'm getting FOMO.
I mean, you had to know that you would probably get some. Uh, yeah, see, now I go to this one. It's called Celebrate 65 Years of Marvel Spider-Man. It says from the recent return to the big screen Spider-Man, to new brand new day, to fan favorite animated series, blah blah blah. And it's all about this is like a different panel, but still about 65 years of Spider-Man. Now this one has a title that matches. So, anyways, that's my next tip. Make sure you read the descriptions. A lot of these are misleading titles in a way, or like vague to the point where you just don't know what you're getting into. So make sure you're like not just looking at the title and be like, that sounds cool, because you might end up somewhere that you don't really care about and could be missing on out on something that's really good. And the opposite way too, you might see a title that looks kind of boring, but if you read the description, it's like spot on to something you'd be into. So just take the time, read through everything. But nonetheless, we have all the information and I'm so excited. So I want to talk about a few that I'm really hyped to go to. All right. So the first one on Friday that I'm really excited about is called Disney Music Presents the Art of the Score. So here we go. Back to look kind of what we were thinking about Disney version, right? And it's with composer Michael.
Giacchino?
Thank you. Shares an inside look at the creative process across Pixar, Lucasfilm, and Marvel, and how he develops music that supports a filmmaker's vision, featuring a special performance by Anthony Gonzalez. Do we know who Anthony Gonzalez is?
Yeah,
Who? Tell me.
that's the voice of Miguel.
Aww, that's cute. Very cute. Oh my God, I had no idea. Okay, very cool. I'm already a big fan of Michael fill in the blank. I can never say his last name correctly, so I don't even try. So I'm very excited to go to that. However, it's right up against Disney Stars Trivia Showdown with Nina West.
Oh, how
Ah,
fun.
my heart.
That's both a game show and one of our favorite people.
Yep. So I think I'm gonna give that up this day to go to this one about music. And she is still doing it the next day as well, or Sunday, one of the 2 days.
Oh,
So I'm gonna go to the other one. So
fair enough.
yeah. I really want to go to both though. She's just so fun. And then we have Making Disney Magic with Ron Clements. So Ron Clements is from Disney Animation. It's about his book, which these ones can be tricky. If you're like super into books, it's a win-win. If you're not, it can just feel like a sales pitch. But sometimes they come with like the heat. They bring like all these really cool guests that they probably have in the book somehow. And uh, you just kind of never really know what you're getting into. So I have that one marked because it does sound good regardless. Oh, actually, yeah, it says with very special guests. Like, so I'm like, all
Oh,
right,
so there
who?
could be.
Gotta know. And then the afternoon is Walt Disney, 125 years of inspiration. So
Oh,
that's exciting. And they said legends who were inspired by Walt. So we're going to see some Disney legends on that panel. Also during that day, they have Metal Mouse. Do you know what Metal Mouse is?
Metal Mouse?
Uh-huh.
Is it a rock album of Disney songs?
It is.
Wait, is
How'd
it
you
really?
know? Did you just look that up?
No, that's the only thing I could think of.
It's former American Idol alum James Durbin. I don't know who that is.
Nope.
But I don't watch the show either, so I just don't know who it is. It's a powerhouse arena rock tribute to the music of Disney. It's gonna
Oh,
be
that's pretty
so
cool.
cool. Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
And then that night is heading on over to the Disney Entertainment Showcase at the Honda Center. So that's gonna be a
All the big
big night.
announcements for what that's like movies and shows, TV.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Gonna be crazy. And then Saturday kicks off with the Masquerade. I'm putting it as my number one choice on my
Masquerade.
RSPs. Masquerade, hosted
Masquerade.
by Nina West. So I will get some Nina time in no matter what. Very excited about that. Then they have one in the afternoon that's called Floating Mountains, a conversation with Joe Brody. And I could just listen to that man talk for eternity and be entertained. So I'm going to go see that.
You might
And
get
then
some
there's
sneak peeks of the new Avatar inspired land at DCA.
hopefully, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we don't because they've canceled it.
Yikes.
Oh, whoops. We will see. And there's also some cosplay meetups going on during the panels. So I'm gonna try to sneak out for one called Disney Parks and Games. That'll be cute. It's a good one. And then that evening is over to the Honda Center for Disney Experiences Showcase.
There we
Now,
go.
how do you feel about this one? Tell our listeners what is encapsulated in Disney Experiences.
The Disney Experience is the name of a division at the company. And that now includes Disney Parks, Disney Vacation Club, Disney Cruise, Disney Adventures, or Adventures by Disney, and I think that's it.
I think that's it too. Um, it might venture off into a little more like Disney on Ice and like just anything that you can go
Oh yeah,
do in
the Disney
person.
on Broadway.
Yeah,
Something like
Broadway.
that.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So things that you can go and do as an experience out of your house that's like more than something on a screen, I guess. I don't know how else to say that. But how do you think it's gonna go this year about or with the park updates?
I think they okay, I'm not saying what I want. I'm saying what I think they will do, right? I think there's going to be way too much information on Dubai and the new Disney over
Oh.
there at UAE because I remember when when Shanghai was bubbling, it was so much Shanghai and I knew I was never going to go right away. So it was exciting, but I was also bitter because I kept seeing all the cool things they were going to get over there. They had a big walkthrough. So I think you're going to get something about that, and it's going to be more than we care to need to know.
Right.
And then we'll get some good updates about the rest of the parks. And hopefully the crown jewel is what people really want to know, which is what is Villains Land going to look like at Magic Kingdom. So I hope you get a
Yes.
bunch of that and a lot of new announcements and physical things to see and walk through those maquettes and things like that. That would be great. And then they'll probably announce the names and the details about new Disney cruise ships, including the rumor maybe being confirmed that they are going back to small to medium sized ships for the next fleet. And they'll be focusing on like luxury and experiences in there, which would be great. And yeah, I think that's plenty. And then of course, like we said, all those other things like the Broadway shows and the DVC. Maybe some details on the new Lakeside Lodge that is almost finished. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a very good roundup. But what I'm hearing is also what I think it's going to be, and this year's probably going to be a lot of filler this year, a lot of more information about stuff that's already been announced rather than something
Yeah.
like brand spanking new, right?
Yeah.
Which is always like the most exciting to hear, right?
Yeah, because there's
Um,
too many things in development that
there's so much going
they might
on
as well talk
already.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel that they can like be like, by the way, we're opening a third gate. Like there's no like there's people already saying that. I'm like, with what money and time and maybe they can say that in like 20 years we'll have it or something. I don't know. I don't think they do that. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of like updates on stuff like, oh, this is the name and this is the ride vehicle and this is the opening date and, getting more details, which is still really fun. But especially on things like Villains Land, where we don't really have a whole lot in concrete yet.
Yeah.
To be able to hear that directly from Disney and see what they're envisioning or what they already have going is going to be really cool. So I'm still excited about it, but once I realized that it's probably a filler year, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I
they have
totally forgot.
too many good projects to give us updates on rather than blowing it on a big announcement that's like a 10-year project or
Yeah,
something.
yep. I feel that's exactly what they did last time, and now that's all this stuff. So,
I mean, how
I
many times have we heard about this Avengers ride coming to Avengers
oh my
Campus?
God,
Like, oh my God, how many updates? Just build it already. Finish it.
just build that
I just
thing.
want to ride it.
I just want to go see it. Um, I had totally forgot, and I don't remember who mentioned it. I think it was somebody in our group when we were at Disneyland last night. But I had forgotten about Abu Dhabi. And I was like really sad. I'm like, fuck, if I have to sit through a whole ass presentation about that, I'm just gonna be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But there's like so many reasons that we've already discussed, like the human rights issues, but
Yeah.
like even more so, it doesn't look like a Disney park that I'd even care about. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's
Yeah.
so modern and it doesn't really have that like feel of classic Disney, at least from what I can tell from what they said. And so like overall, I'm just kind of like, I don't care about that. It's just a money
Yeah.
maker. Just build it and dip.
And
It's
a lot of the
like,
theme parks, even like the most innovative ones out in the UAE, are disappointing to me because they're mostly indoors and that kind of kills the vibe for some reason.
yeah.
But it's
It
hot, so I
feels like
understand why,
a
but
Vegas or
yeah,
something, you
it's
know?
like extra artificial.
Yeah. And especially like the modern side of that also feels kind of Vegasy too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have a roller coaster in our castle inside of this hotel.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of is feeling like at this moment.
Within the mall.
Right. Yeah, within the mall. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be exciting nonetheless. I'll be still hyped and freaking out during the whole thing, but we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, so that's Saturday. And then Sunday, to wrap it up, this day is weird. So we have a new feature-length documentary with Leslie Iwerks, which I'm excited about. It says on here, like the description says, um, discover how Disney's greatest storytellers draw inspiration from the parks where their worlds were always meant to live, featuring a panel with top filmmakers and special guests, followed by a debut of the actual film. I'm like, I don't want to watch the whole film while I'm at this convention. So I almost want to like see if I could go for the beginning of it and sneak out because it's going to be on Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
you could watch it later.
Yeah, right. The only reason I kind of want to watch this because remember she interviewed me and had me fill out paperwork. So I'm like, what if I'm in it? That'd be so cool to like see it on the big screen. But it's also not enough to get me to miss other things going on in the convention. And during that same time, there is another one called Disney and the Grammys, or Disney and the Grammys, a musical legacy. So this is Disney
Oh,
Grammy award-winning musical artists reflect on the songs and the stories they create that shape their careers and the enduring legacy they continue to build across generations. So like this might be a really music-filled D23 year for me. Because there's just a lot of musical things going on that I'm really excited about. So I'm probably gonna go to that instead. Also, Nina West is doing another trivia showdown that morning. So I could go to that and then hop over to this one and not miss out on anything. So I'll probably skip the documentary, even though I'm very excited about it. And then midday, this is the weird part. They're making us leave the Anaheim Convention Center to go over to the Honda Center for a 1:30 p.m. presentation for the Disney Legends Awards.
oh.
And I'm like, why did you put that in the middle of the freaking day?
They
So
want
now
they
we have to
want to
do
make
that.
people choose.
It's
Choo-
so, it's
Choose your
so
destiny. You could
shitty.
do that or do more stuff at the expo, right?
I know. I need to look back
Yeah.
at the list and be like, how much do I care about this? Because,
If anything, Legends is the one that is streamed and then goes straight online right after.
yeah,
But if there is a celebrity that you'd like to see with your naked eyeballs on your
I
bucket
know.
list, that's your chance.
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough for me to do that, but it's just pretty shitty. It's like right in the middle of the day, and then it ends at 3:45, so it's 2 hours and change. And then you have to go back to the Honda Center with those buses. And then you have all the way till 9 o'clock p.m. at the thing. So it's also like we have a lot of time around it. But it's just like why would you do that to us?
I
Um,
have a short list of like the more famous ones, and I'll read them real quick to see if anything gets you excited. Jerry Bruckheimer, producer director, Susan Egan, voice, Disney voice, Anne Hathaway, we know who she is. Bob Iger hasn't been inducted as a legend yet, so he's coming back. Kim Irvine, I know you like her. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the Jonas Brothers, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and that's kind of it in terms of like big names.
really, why don't I
There's
remember hardly
more,
any
but
of those being on it?
celebrity wise, yeah,
If that's it, I might skip.
right.
Like,
Hosted by
again,
Ryan
we could watch that
Seacrest.
on later. I
Yeah, you
also
could.
don't care about Ryan
Right.
Seacrest, but
He's
that's just
everywhere.
me.
Great host, great guy, but
He is so good for it. He's
yeah.
perfect for the Legend Awards. Like
Yes.
perfect. I'm really glad they got him, but do I need to be there in person versus missing D23? I don't know. I don't
No.
know. If I were to skip it, I could go to one of these panels called Sounds Delightful, an illustrated audio adventure. This is
Continue
with
with
Stacia
your
Martin. Yeah,
theme
my
of
musical
music
theme.
and sounds. Yeah.
I have the Grammy one that morning. I have this one in the afternoon. I could do another Nina West hit and a sing along with her later. Like
Oh,
I might have to skip. I'm kind of sad. And then that night at the convention center is Alan Menken's A Whole New World, which you and I saw already once.
yeah.
So I might skip that too. It was really fun, but we got to do that when we were sorcerers. Remember
Yeah.
how cool we were like front and center for that? Oh my God.
All the hits
I don't
and
think we can
stories.
like, yeah, I don't think I could redo that as well as that first time. So I might just hold that in my memory. So yeah, there's so much to do though. Everybody knows D23 is like there's always something to do, and you have to remember to give yourself time to see the show floor, the Imagineering Pavilion. Like, there's just so many things to do. Spend time with Nina West, watch a rock concert. Like, it's just, so good. So I'm very excited, but that is my like early list of what my planning is going to look like.
Pretty
Um,
solid. A lot of good things.
right? There are some things I'm upset about, upset. And it's they had this last time too, but this time is a little more rough. Um, they're now selling these afternoon only tickets that get people in at 4 p.m., right? Which is basically almost around the time we're supposed to leave to make it over to the convention center. Maybe like an hour extra. And then we have to like start getting over there.
Or to Honda
Um,
from the convention center.
oh, sorry, yes, to the Honda Center. Yep. Um, and so we're gonna miss stuff in the afternoon, and they have it a lot more stacked because there's all these people paying for afternoon tickets, so they have to have stuff for them to do, right? And one of the things that they're doing for two of the nights out of the three is the Disney Rewind concert. Do you remember us talking
Oh
about that on the
yeah.
show? I was so excited about that. It's like from the 90s, like 80s and 90s Disney throwbacks. And I'm like, it would be so fun to just go like dance and party out to like Disney songs with a bunch of Disney holics. Like it sounds so fun. And both of those are right in the middle of the panel over at the Honda Center. So I'm not going to get to do that. That's the first two nights I'm for sure going, not
So they are
Sunday.
doing it twice, but still both times are in conflict.
Yep.
Shame.
It's very shameful.
Yeah, they should do one that is catered to the 4 o'clock group and then one that's for the other.
Right. Or like, why didn't they put like, I mean, what I'm seeing is that it's either the Rewind concert or Alan Menken in that slot in the evening, and then Alan Menken's the one on Sunday, which I guess more people would be upset about missing than they would be the Rewind concert, but since I've already seen it, I don't care. It's just tough. And then they have a bunch of Nina West stuff in the afternoons that I'm going to be missing because I'm over at the convention center too. So just a little bummed, but what can you do? You know, I almost like have this vision of me skipping the Honda Center one year. It's so fun though. Like the Honda Center is amazing, but like also like keeping it low key and just staying at the convention center when it's like half empty is kind of cool. But maybe I'll try it out on this Sunday when the Legends are happening and see how it feels. And then play my cards at the next D23,
I can
however I feel.
imagine, I imagine a world where in another parallel universe where you would go and skip the Honda Center except for Disney experiences, but the rest of them skip, like the movies and all that. And I think you'd still have a good time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The
But then it's
parks
like, do I
one is the
now want
one that
to?
really is like so exciting.
I know. God. And like this year, knowing that it's likely a lot of filler, I'm kind of like, oh, do I, it's like, I don't know. But it's just so fun. There's nothing more electric than being in the Honda Center. Like it's just so insane, the energy. Like you don't get that experience many other times in life. So like I guess I'm gonna grab onto it while I can.
We love
Um,
a group gasp when there's something announced.
yes,
Yeah.
my God. However many thousands of people, 40 plus thousand people in that place having the same moment. It's so good. That David Blaine trick. Oh my God. Um, anyway, so that's about it that I wanted to share. I am just so hyped. I can't wait. If anybody else is going, please let me know. I'd love to see everybody while I'm there. And I did want to give people a heads up. If you did not get the email, like one of my dear friends did not, make sure you're looking into the RSPs, which is the reservation. What does RSP stand for? R- r- I don't even think it's
Reserved shopping
reservation.
pass.
No, it's not for shopping.
Oh,
It's for the panels and stuff. I can't remember
oh.
what it stands for, but RSP is like your reservations to try to get the cut the line pass basically for a lot of panels, which is super helpful. All the big panels are now at the Honda Center, so you don't have to do the overnight thing anymore, but you often have to go like an hour plus in advance to a lot of these bigger panels, and that will help you not have to do that. So it is really, really helpful. Right now, you can log in. It's been since Monday, and you have until Friday at noon. So there's still time. There's no rush. It's like they give you the whole week to do it, and then it goes like a lottery system. And
Oh.
yeah, so there's no rush at
So
all.
you don't have to go into a queue. And the reason why it's called RSP, random selection
There it is.
process.
I always get tripped up on reservation. I'm like, did you
Same.
hear me? I'm like, I don't even think it stands for
Yeah.
reservation. Excuse me.
Okay, so the lottery, the random selection process is the lottery, and you can just make sure you get in on the lottery before this deadline.
Yep. And once you're in there, you'll see that you can actually just search that. Like if you go to your email and put D23 RSP, it'll pop up the email and you can click the link right there. You just have to log into your D23 account. And right now they're giving you four per day that you get to choose. But that's across all things. So they have three categories. One is the panels, one is the show floor, and one is the like artist signings and meet and greets and stuff like that. So you get four and it lets you do in your top ranked. So then they will lottery out all the seats by whoever put their things as first, and they move to second, third, and fourth and hopefully you get something. I have to manage expectations though for all of you. I have had, I think, two D23s in a row where I did not get a single thing I tried to get. So don't get your hopes up, but it is a freebie to try and cut the line. Might as well, right? It's there for us to use. They did say that the results will be emailed out on August 7th. So that you then can plan from there forward of what you want to do with your time. Last thing, or two things. One is that the shopping has also been announced that they will have virtual queue. They've done this in the past for the bigger stores on the show floor. And that starts at 6 a.m. Why? Like you've now made it so we don't have to be up all night, but now you're making us get up at 6 in the morning. Fine, whatever. 6 a.m. for the virtual queue, and then they have another one at 1 p.m. So if you did not get into the stores you want to get into, you could try again at 1. That's all 3 days of the event. That's strictly for shopping.
And that's the only way you can get into the stores, right?
Um, some have standby lines, some do not. And then some
Mm.
have a lot of them, I don't know if it's all of them or not, but a lot of them open up standby lines when they've caught up with their VQs and stuff. So sometimes later in the day they'll open up to standby. But it's not promised. I'll say that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And even
especially
with
for the bigger stores.
the VQ, you go at your time and there's still a bit of a queue with the
Yeah,
tape on the
sometimes you'll
ground,
wait
right?
like a half
Yeah.
an hour or something to even get in. Yep,
Yeah.
totally. Um, and then this was just like a fun fact. This came out with the update about virtual queue, and I just love it so much. Mickey's of Glendale, which is the Imagineering store, like the gift shop on the property, they always bring it to D23, and they have two new lines are debuting at D23. And if you go look at the photos that they provided, I saw a couple faces in there that I recognize. It was friend of the show, Sarah Sterling, and Tiff Mink both were in there. And so I reached out to Sarah. I'm like, are all of these models also Imagineers? Because I know you guys are. They're modeling and they're Imagineers. And she goes, all of them. I'm like, that is so cute. They use their own team to model their own work. I just love that so much. They didn't like go out the traditional way and have models. And it just is so cute. And they all did a great job. I didn't know. Like I wasn't like, oh, that's for sure not a model. Like they look the part and act the part, and it was very cute. So props to Imagineering for taking that move and letting their own team provide the cute looks. So that was very cool. Anyway, it's gonna be one hell of a D23. I cannot wait. I'm overwhelmed and excited already, and I'm just now ready for it to be here. So
Can I just tell you a random segue, squirrel? Because you're talking about this what I consider like really cool employee experience to let the cast members be the models. Um, but anyways, you and I work on teams that are often called people team, which is like modern HR. And when I watched Toy Story 5, we got our own section. Not that I work for Disney or Pixar People's Team, but it said People Team and it had everybody listed. And I just thought that was the coolest thing that, people who
yep,
are normally in the background, back office HR
yep.
got a shout out at the end of a major film like that in Pixar. So, yeah, Disney, Pixar, all of them. Sometimes when they do really cool things for the cast members, it's very exciting and noticeable.
Yeah, I love it. I actually work at a gaming studio and I found out that my name is going to be in the credits of the game. And I'm also on the people team. Again,
There you
never thought
go.
I'd be in the li credits of a video game.
That is the coolest beyond even an Easter egg when you tell somebody to play that game and get to the credits.
Right.
Surprise. Yeah, very
So
cool.
cool.
Well, today was a very exciting episode. So much news, everything from Marvel's Avengers Doomsday to Disneyland's 71st birthday. And then, of course, all the news coming out about D23 2026.
That's right. Well, thank you all for listening, and we hope you enjoyed episode 297 of the Disneyholic Show.
Follow us on social media at the Disneyholics.
And if you'd like to get in touch, send us a DM on Instagram or contact us at thedisneyholics.com. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.